Here we are, 1950s Bong Bong Billy Cart races here in Bowral. It's 1950 and Red Fury has taken it again. He's taken it. He's left them all behind. All the other carts are behind. It's a disappointment for the fathers and sons of the other Billy Carts. But it's Red Fury. Red Fury runs right through, down through the main street and has won and glorified its own name, and it will go down in history forever, Red Fury.
Here we are, highlandstv.com.au with Mark and Oz. Very special guest on the show today is Max King. How are you, Max?
I'm well, thanks. Yourself?
Yes, doing well. Now, just to give our listeners a little bit of a background, your father won the first ever Billy Cart Derby in Bowral. Is that correct?
I believe that's correct, right. Yeah.
And with us is the actual Billy Cart, which is called Red Fury. But when was the first time you ever remember seeing the Billy Cart?
Well, I was about 5 when this was built, so around about 5 years old. It was actually built for me, but in testing it was just too fast for a 5-year-old kid.
Right. So your dad thought he'd take over?
Absolutely, right. Yeah.
And what was your father's full name?
Lloyd King.
Lloyd King,
yeah.
And what was the build-up like to the Billy Cart race back in those days? What year roundabout do you think it was?
1950.
1950. Was there a bit more of a build-up, like there was excitement? You mentioned before, just off camera, that there was a Billy Cart, Oz, in every single workshop around Bowral. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yep.
Being 5 years old, build-up was... Exciting, yep. But that was it. Yeah. That was about as far as it got.
And no insurance policies in place then?
Oh, no.
Right,
No.
Now, if you can just give us a run through, what's Red Fury actually made out of?
The chassis is angle iron, steel angle iron, and the body is mostly steel. The rear section is actually made out of copper.
Why did he choose that, to those materials? Is that because of the momentum of speed, or...?
No. Mainly the steel for the weight, because everybody else had aluminium cars, which accelerated pretty quickly, but then ran them out of momentum. Whereas this car actually had 30 kilos of lead in it as well as the driver. Right. So initial off the ramp, it was slow to accelerate, but then just continued to pick up speed
as it went.
What about Mount Panorama at Bathurst?
Really?
Yeah.
Was it painted red then, or was it?
Yes, it was.
I'll just pop that there.
With the pace car that was following?
My dad was allowed to follow the car down the first run, down the main straight at Bathurst.
In Red Fury?
Yeah, he was allowed to follow. We had a young guy driving it, or he had a young guy driving it at that time, about 16 years old, and he was allowed to follow it down.
80 kilometres an hour? Yeah,
but at Bathurst, he backed away from the Billy Cart when the speedo on his car showed 60 miles an hour, which is 100 kilometres an hour, and this thing went away.
So basically, how many people have been competitive in Red Fury? Because I'm just looking at it now and I wouldn't be able to get one leg in it. Obviously, but you as a child, you would have raced in it?
No, I didn't. No, it was just way too fast.
Right.
Keeping in mind I was 5 when it was built.
It's absolutely incredible. This is the original, how would you say it, backboard?
Backboard to the seat, yep.
And so your back would go against that, because this rings bells for me as a kid, because and now you're looking at this over here, Oz. I'm not sure if you got it in shot, but you've had to put this on from regulation or something, or
for regulations to run it at other Billy Cart derbies.
Absolutely amazing.
The hole there, well, I put that in it before because it has to have a seat belt as well.
Yeah.
So this one is a little.
Not in the old days. No seatbelt in the old days.
No, but I did that. I just did that. Because I was going to run it as was.
Right. When will we see Red Fury back out on the street?
Within the next 12 months. I'll be driving it, but both my grandchildren, both my grandsons are like you, as tall as, and can't get in there.
That's outrageous. So you started early, didn't you?
Yes.
We'll save that for another show. Remember any other names of the cars? Like Red Fury is such a sort of powerful, distinguished kind of, Red Fury.
Yeah.
What was the other ones?
I can't remember for the life of me. I've got some shots of one or two of the others.
Do you know why Lloyd called it Red Fury?
No, I have no idea. Again, I was 5 years old, so I was probably
What
thinking about
was
other
he
things.
thinking?
Well, he painted it red, so...
Yeah. Sort of sounds like a film, doesn't it? Red Fury. Well, Max, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. It's been a real pleasure. Oz has been talking about you for over a week now, so we've been excited to see the machine.
Yep.
And we're going to be attending the race on the week. I'm not sure if you're there.
I will get down there, yeah. I'll get down. Yep.
And hopefully people will be able to look at this story and see what this machine was and the original story behind your father. It'd be great.
Yep.
Yeah. Any advice for the kids racing on Saturday?
Have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the biggest thing is have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much, Max. Great pleasure. Well, there you have it on highlandstv.com.au. History in its making, remade and making it again with Red Fury. Signing off, Mark and Oz. See ya.